The Board of Education voted to remove the book called Flamer from school libraries, and that sparked anger from some people while support from others. And tonight, people on both sides made their voices heard to school leaders.
The board should reverse this ban.
I commend you for your vote to remove Flamer from the libraries.
It was a full house at Harford County's Board of Education meeting on Monday night. The hot topic, this book called Flamer. It's a graphic novel that the author's website describes as being about a boy that navigates friendships, bullies, self-discovery, and acceptance. The Board of Education voted to remove the book from middle and high school libraries after someone submitted a concern and asked for the book to be reviewed. The district's Library Materials Reconsideration Committee decided that the book should remain in libraries, but that decision was appealed all the way up to the county's Board of Education. In a 5-3 vote, the board made the final decision behind closed doors on June 26.
I think it's just really important for all kids, regardless of how they identify, regardless of their background, to have access to things that give them other perspectives.
Leslie Thompson is a parent of kids in the school system and was one of many that pleaded for board members to allow the book back in school libraries.
If there are parents that don't want their children to read those types of books or have access to those types of things, that's perfectly fine. But under no circumstances should another parent in a school district impose their beliefs, their ideologies onto everyone else in the school district. It's absolutely reprehensible.
It's not appropriate. It's full of vulgar language and sexual inappropriate themes that should not be in a school library. It's not educational. It's just perverse, and so it was a good thing to remove it.
Susie Scott says she supports the board's vote.
If a parent thinks that their child should have it, then they can go get it. Like I said, it's available at the public library, or they can buy it for their child. But as a taxpayer, I think that the use of my tax dollars should go to the best, most education-oriented books.
In a statement, Aaron Poynton, who's president of the board, says, quote, "The board ultimately voted to remove the book, citing clear violations of HCPS's selection procedure, which prohibits materials with obscene language, sexually explicit content, or depictions of illegal or violent acts inappropriate for the age group served." This topic has raised questions about the reconsideration process when it comes to books. The board president says that they may hold a listening session on the book in the near future. In Harford County, Kyrie Stewart, WBAL TV 11 News.